And I wanted to talk about a referral technique that I use with one of my good friends and one of my good referral partners who owns a computer IT company. Now, you may be wondering, what does an attorney and an IT company have to do with being great referral partners for each other? Well, my friend Clay knows that a great referral for me is introductions to realtors. And so I developed a letter that I gave to Clay, a script that I gave to Clay. Now, you know those postcards that you always get in the mail from realtors in your community that advertise how quickly they may have sold one of your neighbor's homes, or advertised how much money they may have sold one of your neighbor's homes for. Well, when Clay gets those advertisements in the mail, he then contacts me and says, hey, do you know this realtor that just sent me a postcard? Or do you know this realtor that just put a sign up in my neighborhood to sell one of my neighbor's homes? And if I don't already know that realtor, Clay then sends that realtor this script, this letter that we created. And the letter basically says, Dear Mr. or Mrs. Realtor, thank you so much for providing me the information about home sales in my community. I always like keeping up with the latest in real estate trends. I wanted to send you this letter to introduce you to my friend Shawn Yesner. He's a real estate attorney, owner of Yesner Law, founder of Yesner Law, host of the Crushing Debt podcast. And one of the ways that Shawn helps realtors is by promoting them on his show, promoting them on his podcast for free. May I set up an introduction? And in most cases, the realtors say, absolutely, yes, please set up an introduction. It doesn't work 100% of the time, but it does get me a lot of introductions. And so that's the system that Clay Kerr and I created to generate more introductions, more referrals for me, for the law firm, and for the podcast. And the system works. It has worked in terms of the numbers and relationships and contacts that it has generated. And I even understand that by reaching out to these realtors, Clay himself has gotten some additional contacts and relationships and potentially referrals, because the realtors then respond back to him, thank you so much for the introduction. What do you do? How can we help you? And so Clay's been able to leverage that for himself and his business as well. Clay and I have been using this system here for a few years, and it's worked great. So again, Shawn Yesner, owner and founder of Yesner Law, host of the Crushing Debt podcast.